Hey everybody, my name is Jeremiah Craig and I'm coming at you from Western Rancher in Mobridge, South Dakota, and I have an Ariat boot here that's made in Mexico. This is their Ridin High model, and I'm gonna break down the details in this quick impression video. Let's get into it.
I'm just here to connect ya, and then I'll be on my way.
Here we are in Mobridge, South Dakota, and they got a lot of different boots here, including this Ariat Ridin High boot, which they say does very, very well for them. I hadn't seen it yet, so I wanted to break down the details of this boot, and you know where we started. We started with the rundown. Alright, this is Ariat's Ridin High boot, and it features full grain leather on the foot and the counter, and that's their desert tan color. It also features a wide square toe with a double stitch welt. It comes in at 11 inches tall, kind of like a black cherry, and it's a little bit wrinkly feeling. It's a very interesting texture, a little bit stiffer up top too. For a heel, we got about a 1 1/4 inch composite Stockman heel. For an outsole, we have a rubber outsole. And the thing that makes this outsole a little bit different than some of the other Ariats that are coming out of China is that this is on there with a Goodyear welt. A lot of Ariats coming out of Mexico will have a Goodyear welt on there. And guys, I think the construction of made in Mexico Ariats are much better than the construction of made in China Ariats, so I really like to see this. On the inside, it's lined with pigskin on the top, pigskin leather lining, and then it also has a leather lining around the foot. For an insole, we have Ariat's Pro Performance insole, which looks a little bit different on top, but then when you turn it over, it looks very, very similar to their classic ATS Pro insole. Feels like a little bit softer, a little bit more flimsy than the others, but it is just as thick. As I mentioned, this Ariat is made in Mexico, and it's coming in at $229.95 here at Western Rancher or at their website. Now it's time to try on this boot to see how it looks and feels. All right, guys, I got the Ariat Ridin High boots on right now, and they look pretty cool. They look pretty cool indeed, and I chose the same size that I would for an Ariat that's made in China. So they're using the same lasts, I believe. You know, I would usually go with a 10.5D when I have to from Ariat, especially with this toe shape. So it fits exactly the same. The thing that I really like about this Mexican-made Ariat, though, is that leather. Guys, some of these Ariats are so hard to break in. It feels like they take forever. I got a couple Ariats that are still feel like they need more breaking in after having them for like 1.5, 2 years. I mean, I know some of you guys feel me on that. But this Mexican-made Ariat is using such nice leather. It'll be broken in no time, and it feels way more broken in than some of those other Ariats that I've had for 1.5 to 2 years. So this is such a big improvement, I feel like. This definitely lives up to its name, Ridin High. Let me pull those jeans over so you can kind of see what it would look like when you're just wearing them normal. There you go. I like the color. What do you guys think of this color? Here at Western Rancher, they say that this color does really well for them because it's a color that you don't usually see. They call it the desert tan, but it almost comes through as like a bone colored too. So it's kind of on that line of desert tan, bone color. So these boots are going to get dirty probably, but you know, they're ready for it. I mean, they got that outsole there as well. So I mean, it's the color. It's the color. Get ready to get these dirty and scuffed up. The insole feels nice. It doesn't feel quite as nice as the ATS Pro. It has a similar look about it. Maybe a little bit more cushion at the heel to begin with. I don't know how long that will last you. A lot of these newer insoles from other companies are kind of flattening out real fast. I don't think I've ever had a problem with that from Ariat. Maybe their, what was it, 4LR, a couple of their 4LR insoles I might have had that, but this feels very, very different from that and is much closer to the ATS Pro than other insoles that I've tried recently, and I don't think that they're doing that ATS Pro anymore. So this is the closest one to that ATS Pro that I've tried recently. Here's the POV, and just check out that desert tan color. That desert feel is definitely coming through on this POV, but also you're kind of getting a little bit of that bone color feel as well. You can see that wide square toe with the double stitch welt. I like that it is a Goodyear welt, just in case you happen to run through that outsole. You may be able to get these resold by your local cobbler. All right, guys, so I'm a fan of the Made in Mexico Ariats. I think they are the next level for Ariat boots because they have so much more potential for repair. They have so much more potential for break-in. They have so much more potential for a longer lasting life than some of the Ariats that are coming out of China, because those aren't really made to be repaired, right? And you're gonna come across some cobblers who still won't wanna repair an Ariat boot made like this, but it has a better chance of lasting longer than made in China Ariats, and it's gonna break in faster too. Man, just feeling this leather, it feels so much better than some of those made in China Ariats. So if you're looking for sort of a different feel, like you like Ariat already, you're just looking for a quicker break-in time, something that you can just kick around, you really don't care about, then this might be a good choice for you. Also, with that Pro Performance insole, very similar to the ATS Pro in my opinion. It's even got some of those same colors in there, right underneath the cloth lined top. I thought it was going to be very different underneath because they are always changing things up, but it seemed like they went back to the ATS Pro a little bit, maybe changed up the materials on the inside a little bit too, but for the most part, it's very reminiscent of that ATS Pro. I want to know what you guys think of this Ariat Ridin High boot down in the comments, and if you guys are interested in getting it, you gotta get it from Western Rancher here in Mobridge, South Dakota. You can also get it online. I'll link it up in the description. Thank you so much for watching today. I love you guys so much. Don't forget to subscribe while you're here, and I'll see you next time. Peace.
With the right boots, you feel like you fly through all the troubles in this life. So boys, you see me riding high underneath that Western Rancher sky. Why don't you check out this other video I did at Western Rancher there in South Dakota. Or I got a music video down here I think you might enjoy. Don't forget to subscribe up here, and I will see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Peace. Have a good one.